Good morning and good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to this webinar organized by WeUni in collaboration with the University of South Pacific. My name is Florencia, and I will have the pleasure of being your host today in this great event. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us. We know your time is valuable, and that's why we have prepared a very special session with an outstanding speaker who will share her expertise and insights with all of you. Before we start, just a quick reminder, during the presentation, you can submit all your questions through the Q&A box at the bottom of Zoom. At the end of the talk, we will open a Q&A session where our speaker will interact directly with you. So don't be shy and ask all your questions to her. Also, participants attending to this event will be entitled to request their certificate of attendance issued by WeUni. At the end of the session, we will share the link in the chat so you can register and receive it. Now, let me introduce you to today's special speaker. I'm here with Lilian Fuata, Manager of International Office from the University of South Pacific. Hi, Lilian, how are you?
I'm very good, Flo. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's truly an honor to have you with us. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. Today we are presenting a really exciting topic, Lilian, studying abroad in the Pacific Islands, which for me, it means studying abroad in the paradise, you know? From the pictures I've seen, because I've never been there, unfortunately, it seems amazing, really. So today we are going to discover how a semester at USP can transform your academic journey into an unforgettable adventure. And not only a semester, of course, you can study for as long as you want as the University of South Pacific. So with that said, I now hand it over to our panelist to begin her presentation. Lilian, are you ready?
Yep, ready. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much and enjoy your webinar.
Thank you. Thanks, Flo. Bula Vinaka, when I say Bula Vinaka means hello from Fiji, I should say, because, well, Fiji is the main campus. At the same time, it's Bula Vinaka or hello from the University of South Pacific. And I'll talk about the South Pacific in a minute. But then it's hello from us. And of course, I know Flo talked about a paradise. Well, if you're looking for sun, sea, and sand, this might be a place to start. And if you're from a very cold country, we are very tropical country. So it's something to think about. And if you're looking for a different perspective, if you're talking about culture, cultural immersion, USP in short form of University of South Pacific might be an option for you. So just to get straight into it, it's basically what you want to know about the University of South Pacific. In case you're wondering what USP is all about, we were established in 1968. We're basically one of two regional universities in the world. When we say regional universities, we're talking about 12 member countries. So we have 14 campuses in 12 member countries. We're basically 3 times the size of Europe. And that's how we are stretched across the Pacific Ocean. It's basically over 20 nationalities attend USP now. We're governed by convention status and ordinances and the USP Council. So we are managed quite differently in comparison to other universities because we're regional university. We're all about students in the region, I should say. But we'll try and project that to you in a minute. But we are basically 57, I think. I have to correct that. 57 years old is all. We're about 55. Yes, we're about 55 years old. So the university has been here for a while in terms of the work that we do, and of course the programs. If you're thinking of, even if it's just a semester abroad, to study abroad for a semester, you want a different experience, you can consider the University of South Pacific. So this is what it looks like. So this is the university region, USP region. We're 12 countries. We're basically, 12 countries, 14 campuses, with 3 times the size of Europe. We may be more than about 20,000 students. And so this is what the region looks like. So to say that, if students want to study abroad at Samoa campus. Just say Samoa. If you're here and you want to consider studying abroad in Samoa campus at Samoa, you have an option to do that through the university because of the way we are situated. So it's not just Fiji, it's Samoa, Tuvalu, Solomon Islands, Nauru, Vanuatu, Tonga, Niue, Cook Islands, Tokelau, Kiribati, and the Marshall Islands. So basically, students have options to study abroad for a semester. We have students who have studied abroad for a semester and actually considered doing an internship abroad. So it's all about a different perspective from where you come from, and if you're looking at culture, culture is basically the heart of what the work that we do, and you'll also see that when you are here. Even if you look at videos, if you want to understand how the South Pacific is in terms of communal work that we do, so you also see that as well. So this is the USP region. Um, so basically, I think one of the main things is the language of instruction here is English. So the language of instruction is English. The one of the things I want to highlight here is the rich and vibrant cultural diversities. We are, like I mentioned, we are 12 member countries. We are international already in ourselves, I should say. I normally say, but then when we have international students outside the region, who have come out from outside the region, that's basically to say that there's so much diversity. So you can also see that in some of the pictures that you're looking at right now. So we have students really, really, I should say, from across the world. And our language of instruction is English, so that shouldn't be a problem for you in the case that you are considering studying abroad for a semester. All our courses are offered in English from preliminary, foundation, diploma, degree, right up to postgraduate to PhD. So we have all our programs offered in English. So over 28,000 students from 40 nationalities, could be a bit more, and over 1,500 staff. So I think the question you'd ask yourself is why USP? And that's normally a question I have had students, wonder why should I select USP? Now, if you're looking for something different, like I said, different perspective, if you were looking for a warmer country, well, it's mostly hot. But if you're looking for some warmer country, USP is definitely an option. We've had students from as far as Norway, Germany, from Europe come and study with us just to study abroad for a whole semester. And what we do is we tell them that you have to really it's a lot of adjustment at the same time. It's eye opening as well, and it's seeing things from a whole different perspective. So this is what USP does offer, and one of the biggest thing is culture, and the culture is quite unique in that sense. And study abroad is about a different experience, and if you're looking for a different experience, I think USP would definitely be an option for you. So in terms of schools, we have 6 different schools. So basically, we have the School of Accounting, Finance and Economics. You have School of Agriculture, Geography, Environment, Ocean and Natural Sciences, Business and Management, of course, School of Law and Social Sciences, School of Pacific Arts, Communication and Education. If you're looking at to taking a course in Pacific Worlds, that's also an option. And the other one is Information Technology, Engineering, Mathematics, and Physics. Most of our programs are accredited internationally, which means that even if you do complete your program with us, you have an option to study further, or your program. So basically, you have an option to study further as well. So accreditation is something that most of our programs already have. For instance, for tourism, it's accredited by the ICE in Australia. So it's a very popular accreditation. So that basically means to say that you can take your degree anywhere in the world, really. So these are some of the schools. Now, when they study abroad, basically to say the advantage of being a study abroad student is that you can take courses from any of the schools. For instance, you can take a course in, just say, uh, tourism and just say marine science. So you can take courses from any of the fields. And basically, what happens is that you get this approved from your home institution, approved from the host institution, and then you can count that for credits back at home. So it's either you can choose a semester abroad, or if you plan to study for a whole program. That'll be definitely up to you. And of course, we can always provide you with more information, in particular to the programs that you want, in specific to the programs that you want to undertake during the time that you are actually considering studying with USP. And if even if you would like to have a session with us over Zoom or just a meeting over Zoom, just to discuss your options, those are definitely something we can discuss. So in terms of services, the university provides basically all kinds of services. So we talk about student learning support. Student learning support is always here in terms of how to write your assignments, in terms of assignments of short note taking, or how to even learn how to study. There's different skill sets, whether it's to do with maths or English or some things that you're struggling with of essay writing. There's always student learning support to provide you that support that you need in terms of academic studies. We have administrative services, but the international office will be your first point of contact in terms from the time you get into the country to the time you leave and everything in between. The international office will be your point of contact. Information technology services, we have an IT team on campus, basically where you can set up Wi-Fi, get your laptop set up. So we provide all those services on campus as well. Of course, the university library is here as well. We have the biggest Pacific collection in the South Pacific, in the Pacific region. So, these are basically some of the services that's provided to you when you study at the university. So if you look at the pictures, it's very vibrant. If you're talking about vibrant blend of cultures and ingenuity, so you basically experience different diverse cultures. I'll give you an example. For instance, when you're sitting in, let's say, the halls of residence and you're in a room, your next door neighbor would not be just a Fijian. Your next door neighbor could be a Samoan student or a Tongan student or a student from, just say, Niue. So these are basically what we're talking about when we say the University of South Pacific is a vibrant blend of cultures. Teaching sustainable, integrated environment, outdoor learning. So basically, there's also some of the courses have fieldwork component in it. Um, there's different ways that there's always support from the schools as well. There's opportunities for an immersive and lively cultural experience. So it's not just all study. There's a lot of things that you can do as well. We have students who do a lot of island hopping, visiting villages, and also basically they make friends with students on campus, and they join groups. They have student associations. We have an international student association as well. There are different student associations that provide other activities that they can do together, and they take care of each other. So these are all different support services that's on campus, and you can see that all in the pictures. It's Fiji, Tonga. So, and I think there's Ratuman Student Association that's participating in some of the dances that we've had over the past year. So So basically, when we say hello to you, or when I said Bula from Fiji, so I would be saying hello from 12 different ways, I should say. So Talofa from Samoa, Hala from Vanuatu, Maori from Kiribati, Kirana from the Cook Islands. So basically, this is just to show you how how cultural immersion would look like for you. If, like I said, if you're looking for a whole new perspective of where you come from, what you want, what they're talking about, when you're talking about culture, this is basically what it is. Whether it's and you can engage yourself through culture, it's dance, food, and tradition. Uh, you know, we've had students who've gone out to the villages and they've made friends, and they've gone out to the villages and visited family. One thing about the Pacific culture, we're very communal people. We're always taking care of each other. So, and that's the wonderful thing about the Pacific Islands, is that we're always taking care of people, even if it's visitors. You know, we've actually had we've actually live in most of the time we live in extended families. We're always taking care of each other, or someone's always at home, providing some support in any way. So this is basically what the cultural immersion looks like in the region. So if you're considering studying abroad for a semester at least, and you want to experience something different, like I said, you could really consider the University of the South Pacific. So apart from everything else on campus, we have, we have book center. We have a full-fledged computer shop that's on campus. Basically, you can pick up books and things that you need. We have eateries on campus, and just a little bit off campus, we have McDonald's right across the road. Student accommodation. If I would recommend that international students stay on campus. If the case if it's not available, we'll help you find accommodation. But we have lodges as well. So basically, these are some of the services on the campus life that's provided to you. And during this time, they have different activities. Students can do paddling. There's basically so many things that you can get involved in while you are studying with us. And of course, sports and recreation. There's always maybe a tournament going on, and there's always some sort of games going on every day, every few days. So normally we've had students who play touch rugby. Have you ever played touch rugby in your life, or rugby? Where basically you're coming to the rugby nation, yeah, and rugby is a very popular sport with us as well. So outdoor activities is basically one of the main things that what is the highlight of being on campus. And if you're very into swimming, our sea is not cold. I can tell you that much. It's very warm, and it's very lovely during, especially this time of the year. So I know almost I've had friends in Europe when it's Christmas, they're all in their houses by the fire and they're on the snow. But for us, we could even be by the beach. So on a hot day. So we're on basically something quite different that you could consider. So, student would have asked, where do all our students come from? So, apart from the 12 member countries I showed you, these are some of the places that our students come from. So, you're talking about Canada, Spain, So, in other words, we have students from all over the world who are here with us on campus, not only in Fiji but across the region in the 14 different campuses that I showed you earlier. So, we have students who are here from India, Australia, of course, Spain, Germany. I have a student from Canada who's also on campus. So we basically have students from across the world who are here. Either they're studying abroad for a semester or they're here for a full degree program. Some students are here on a master's or PhD program doing research. Now, if you're a research student, you also have an opportunity to be an affiliate with the university. Depends on your area of research. And if you want to work with one of the schools and one of the head of schools or one of the head of sections in terms of the work that you do, you can always just reach out to us, and we can always provide any kind of support that you need. Depending on your area of research, we've had a lot of students come in, enroll in programs in regards to climate change or marine science. These are some of the very popular programs because these are some of the issues that we face in our region. And if you ever consider marine science, I think the South Pacific region would be the best place to study these programs as well. So you might be wondering, what do we do? I would definitely say everything and anything, but we take care of admissions for all incoming students. So from before the time you start asking us questions and start inquiring about admissions, we will be your first point of contact. My colleague and I we can reach out to you, or one of our staff will reach out to you. So we take care of that admissions. Once we provide you an offer, we will assist you in try to make sure that you have a visa. You have to have a visa prior to arrival into the country, and of course, at the same time, you're applying for accommodation. So as part of support as well, we provide all kinds of. We have an orientation. It's basically to do with we incorporate into an academic as well as cultural component and a village excursion. It's a village excursion, and we have different events in the semester where we have sports days, outreach programs, we have focus group meetings. It's basically just a check-in to see how students are. We monitor student experiences, and we provide any kinds of assistance that you need. We have emergency lines in terms of students trying to reach out to us, maybe if they were stuck at the airport or maybe they needed help in any way. We have emergency lines as well. So these are some of the services that's provided to students. So basically, to say we will take care of you when you are on you when before you by the time you sorry one time you inquire about admissions to the time you arrive and the time that you leave to go back home, and everything in between. The international office provides those services for you. So just to get straight into it, if I think I'll talk about this very briefly. In terms of admissions, so question you ask is what do you want to do first? You can always just pop us an email and say, hey Lily, I'm interested in taking on this program, but I want to know more about it. And if an email, so what we'll do, we'll send you an email, and if you have continuous questions after that, what we can do, we can just set up a Zoom session, and we can just say, okay, and let's just talk and just see what you want to do, and we'll tell you what we can provide and what we can't do, and what we can do, mostly what we can do in terms of what you want to enroll in, and how we can provide support and where we can provide support. So we basically will provide you that information. We'll look at the academic dates, and if you are a study abroad student, you might ask for course outlines so you can get your courses pre-approved by your home institution. So what we do is that we will send you course outlines for certain course that you want to get credited back at home, or or you need to see the contact hours for that course. So for study abroad students as well, for a whole semester, we will also guide you through our handbook and calendar. There's a short description of what the courses are about, what the course is all about, so you can take a look at that. But if you want more details on the course, then of course we can provide you a full course outline. There's a course approval form for those who want to study abroad for a semester. So there's a big difference between a study abroad student for a semester and a student who wants to do a full degree. So let me just start off with the full degree student. A full degree student is basically, they would just fill out an admissions application form. They would inquire about which program they wanted to do, whether it's a 3-year program, 4-year program, and also we will also be able to provide more information of which location they want to study from. Now, at this point, I would recommend Fiji because we can provide the service from here. But in the case you're considering other campuses in other countries, we can help you. We can help you. We can help you with that. We'll provide that support as well. But Fiji may be a bit more relevant in terms of if you're looking at face-to-face classes, we would recommend that Fiji be the first option. So that's a full degree student. Now, for a study abroad student, you select your program as study abroad, but you will select courses. So in the case that you need to get more information on the courses, that's where we send you course outlines, so you can get the credits that you need for the time that you are with us. Visa and immigration. This is, it's not very difficult, to be honest. Visa immigration. The main thing that students need to know is the main rule here is that you need to have a study visa before you even arrive in the country. Well, we would say a study permit. Visa is not for Fiji. If you're coming to Fiji, it would be a study permit. So a study permit would be basically there's a few requirements that you provide, like a police clearance. They would want to see a birth certificate, passport page, and I think there's a checklist right after this. There's entry requirements. So if you're planning to come and study, don't just come. You cannot come in on a tourist visa. You need to make sure you get a study visa before you arrive. The good news is that we will guide you through the process. When it comes to immigration or any immigration or visa services in any country, it can be quite difficult. Not difficult, but it can be very can be daunting in terms of putting the documentation together. The good news is that we will assist you. We will basically guide you through the process of it. We can actually check your documents and vet it for you just to make sure you have everything in order, whether it's to do with bank statements, and we'll tell you which bank statement to provide, or whether it's to do with how the letter should be structured. We will provide you that support as well. Well, yeah, so there it is. There's a study permit checklist. It's very straightforward. Of course, most students will have to ensure that they have all the documentation that's required, and that's where we come in. We will also check that you have everything, and that's where the checklist comes in. So basically, it's an online. The good news is that it's an online application, and it only takes less than a week for you to get your visa, provided you have everything. As long as you have everything and your documents are in order and it's certified by a public notary or a solicitor, you're definitely fine. So that's where we come in. We will guide you through that whole process, and we will actually check your documents for you. So it shouldn't be too difficult for you. We will guide you through that. Yeah, so I think I think the main thing I wanted to cover here was really on admissions, and to say that we're accepting applications for now until November 15th. But in the case you were looking at semester two next year, for semester one, 2026, applications are closed, but the most date we can push it to is November 15th of, well, basic technically next month. But if you're looking at semester two, that begins in July to November, you can always apply until May 15th as well. You can just drop us an application. We can work together on how it works. And I must say one thing is that studying at the University of South Pacific is much cheaper than studying in Australia and New Zealand. In comparison, if you're looking at accreditation, and if you're looking at costing, and basically if you're on a budget, we would be a much reasonable much reasonable cost to study with us. So that's basically almost about it. And of course, if you're looking for, like I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for a whole different experience, in terms of, just a whole different experience, a little different perspective, and basically you're coming across right across the world. So the University of Pacific may be the best option, for the whole for a different place to consider studying. Yeah, so that's it from me, Flo. Unless if you have any questions or there's questions, I'm happy to answer.
Okay, thank you, Lilian. Thank you so much. This was a really clear presentation of the university. It makes me want to go and study there, actually. I have so many questions from the students, from our participants today. Some of them are related to bureaucratical issues, but some of them are really interesting, because they ask you about life in Fiji. Okay, so what do you say if we go straight to these questions? Are you prepared?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let me try.
Okay.
Let me try my best. I got it saw as well here in case I
Okay.
can't answer. So help me.
Okay. So, the first question I see is, what about accommodation? Is it easy or difficult to find housing on Fiji and the island?
Okay, good question. Very good question. No, it's not. It's not difficult to find accommodation. And why is that? Is because we will help you find accommodation. We basically prioritize all our international students on campus. We pre-book rooms for you, and as long as you can confirm and make a deposit, that's possible. So also to say that even if we can't place you on campus, we will help you we'll help you find off-campus accommodation. We'll look at options for you and then what works within your budget. Even to the point that sometimes we will go with you and make sure we're able to find accommodation with you in terms of us checking the rooms for you, and to make sure that the costing is reasonable enough to the place that you're placed at, the place that you're going to live at. So no, it's not difficult, but as long as we do everything on time and in advance, in terms of, like, if there's no, basically to say no last minute, we try to avoid any last minute requests, but accommodation is all provided.
Okay, this is really important because
Of course,
sometimes,
definitely.
so, yeah, sometimes when a student comes from all over the other part of the world, let's say
Yeah.
Canada, South America, Europe, this is important because having someone that goes and check the place they are going to live is really good. It's good to know. So the next question is from someone from Ecuador. This person says, "Hi, I'm from Ecuador and I'm interested in marine sciences. What programs do you offer for postgraduates?"
Okay, maybe I'll just try and see. Give me a sec. Can I stop sharing my screen? I just want to pull
Yes,
out.
of course. Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can. I
For
know.
marine science,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
marine science is your big program, your
yeah.
big offer to everyone. I'd like to hear about it also.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So in postgraduate programs in marine science, I should say, we offer, give me 1 second. So there's also, so we offer postgraduate diploma in marine management and marine science, environmental management, marine management, and marine science. So those are three
Okay.
postgraduate programs we offer under under marine science, and also the Masters of Arts in Marine Science, particular for the students who want to take for the students who want to take masters as well. So that consists of a thesis or two postgraduate courses. So
Okay.
those are we do offer programs in marine science, definitely.
Okay. And how can this person contact you to ask more information about it? Uh,
Sure.
yeah, if we
Okay.
want to share, yeah, if we want to share
Yeah.
with them, him or her, I don't know, some email or contact
Sure.
information because
So basic,
I think it's
yeah.
interested. Yeah,
No, no, definitely. So in particular, sorry, for the student who asked about marine science. So there's marine affairs, there's law of sea, ocean governance and policy, economics and management, sustainable fisheries, coastal management. So these are all under marine affairs or marine science, depending on which field in particular they want to focus on which area they want to focus on in particular. So there's an email address. I will maybe I'll put out in the main chat. I will give
perfect.
it to you, and based so they can ask any question they want, really, and send us an email, and one of our staff will respond. One of
Okay.
our staff will definitely respond.
Great. Also, we encourage you that are interested in marine sciences to go into the website of the university and check all the programs that are uploaded over there also. The next question is, if I go for a semester, but I decide to stay longer, can I stay?
Oh, of course, definitely. You're more than welcome to stay. It also depends on your home institution. As long as you get your home courses approved and pre-approved from your home institution, and then your host, which is us, we can get your courses approved as well. It will not be a problem. You're more than welcome to stay
Okay, so this is not just
for
a
study abroad.
semester. Yeah, this is not
Can be
just
a
a
year.
semester experience. You can do it as long as
I've
you
had
want.
students, I've had students who stayed for one extra semester and then decided to change their program completely and study with us and finish their degree here.
Wow.
It's happened before. Yes.
Okay, okay, so it's possible to do. Um, another questions? Do you have or the university has international groups we can join?
Of course, we have the International Students Association. So
Okay,
basically, and we have International Association, and we have also different groups that students can be part of. We've had students who join different cultural groups as well, not just the International Association. We have a buddy system on campus. Basically, the international office has buddies. So just to make sure that we can provide any support that we can in terms of the students getting to, just to get a SIM card, which place is a supermarket. They'll take them around in terms of campus tours or around the city. So we provide all that service as well. There's more than enough clubs they could join. Even join up the paddling club. Some of our staff paddle, and so we can always provide that information.
okay. So I imagine every single student, international student, can meet someone from their country or region.
Oh,
You know?
definitely, for sure.
Okay, this is a good point to contact other international students for them. Uh, Also, can you give me, in these terms, can you give me some examples of cultural activities you recommend experiencing over there?
Oh,
This is
of course.
good.
Good question. So what happens is that we have a cultural ceremony where we welcome students on campus. It's a traditional welcome. It's basically where we serve kava. It's a traditional drink where we serve our visitors when we basically to welcome traditionally welcome them into our institution. We at the same time it's also acknowledging the indigenous people that our university is made up of, acknowledging the people that we have that actually founded our university as well. So one is a traditional welcome. Number two is food. When you go down to when basically we take students down during the excursion, during the orientation week, we take students down to a village, like a small community. where they go and experience a Fijian breakfast, what they would be eating for breakfast or morning tea. And then of course there is a ceremony that's held there. And where the ceremony is held, at the same time, there's so many things they can do. There's also merrymaking. There's a bit of dancing. So they get to see all those things when they come when they visit in the villages. So there's so many things that they can do in the village, and there's also drinking kava. And I think that's very popular with our international students. And of course, you can actually go on YouTube and just type what kava is. It's a root of a tree, and then they crush it and they squeeze it and they drink it. So it's something like very different. It's unlike how you would have a beer with a couple of your friends. Something a similar concept. So those are cover ceremonies as well. So those are there's so many things that students can do, and of course island hopping. You know, island hopping is there's a lot of places that students can go. We have a lot of students who've done backpacking and community outreach programs. They can go out to the villages, visit children. We've had students who've tutored in certain places as well. They've offered tutoring services to the orphanage as well. And we've had the School of the Blind visit. So we have community work involved as well. So there's so many things that students can do when it comes to culture.
Okay, that's great. Another question, also related to this, since you mentioned the backpacking thing.
Yeah.
Is it safe? Is it safe over there?
Of course, Fiji, well, of course, like any other country, you have to take some responsibility for your safety. I'm not going to say it's all very, very safe. I can't offer you that 100% to say it's all safe. But what I can say is Fiji is popular for tourist destination. We have, apart from students who are here for a semester, we have tourists all the time who do backpacking, and you will not find it too difficult to move around. There's always transportation, there's always security, there's different points. There's always security around and police around on campus. There's always your own security, 24-hour security on campus. And of course, when students go out to resorts or backpacking, it's safe. I you it's not that bad, but it's safe. It generally it's safe. But of course, we tell students take some responsibility, know where you're going, don't hold a lot of cash. Hold on to your things, don't leave your bag and just take a walk somewhere. So little things like that we'll tell students.
Okay, the normal stuff everyone should do at
You should
any
do
country.
exactly.
Okay, okay, great. Another question, Lilian. What about my English level? Do I need a certificate? What type of
Oh,
certificate?
English levels. Okay, good question. When it comes to English levels, what happens is that we will accept IELTS, TOEFL, and the IELTS or TOEFL. Now, if you studied in a study institution for at least and have done English for at least more than 3 years, at least 3 years, what we'll do, that'll be sufficient. So we have an English language requirement. I can check on the points. I think it's 4.5 or 6.2 for masters. I can check. But there's an English language requirement that we have. At the same time, students can also, once they have this English letter to confirm that they've studied in English for the past 3 years, that also will suffice. And that, depending on where you come from. For example, if you're coming from a non-English speaking country, we will ask for an English letter.
Okay, okay, perfect. And I have a question from our research student, someone that is interested in research.
Mhm.
He says, do you offer some financial support for research students?
Oh, I find unfortunately no, we don't. For our researchers, depends. Okay, so if you enroll as a student, they would be an offering from the school for help you to do your research. There's some research funds that you can tap into as a student. But if you're a visiting researcher, obviously that's not possible. But when you enroll as a student, you can tap into only to do research, but to do research. So I'll just say, when it comes to studying PhD in Fiji at USP is actually much cheaper. It's actually less than 4,000 USD a year, I should say. It's about approximately 4 to 5,000 USD a year for tuition fees alone. So students have an opportunity to do a PhD at the university, but there is research funds that they can tap into to help them carry out their research. But of course, there's a proposal, and that goes through a committee, a research committee that sits and discusses the supervision for that particular student.
Okay. Okay. So also for these students, we encourage you to go through the website and also contact directly to the university, because there is so much uh, information for you and so many things you need to discuss personally. Another question related to financial stuff. What is approximately the cost of living in Fiji for a month? I think someone is wants to make numbers here.
Okay, good. That's a good question. Depends on where you stay. For example, I'll take it off campus. Okay. So for on campus, students would pay approximately, I'll put on my calculator now. The students would pay approximately on campus to live on campus would be about, just say a month, 4 3 be about 400 USD a month to live on campus, right? A meal would cost a meal in the I'll take it out of USD. So a meal pay more than you should not pay more than $1,000 Fijian, which is about maybe just say 600 USD a month for meals. It is not expensive. To catch a bus down from where we are to the campus is down to the city, you could catch a bus. You could have a bus ride for like less than for like almost $1 Fijian, which is like 50 cents US. So
Okay.
it is not expensive. The cost of living in Fiji in comparison to Australia and New Zealand, who are our neighbors, are much cheaper. So it would be in approximately in a month, for a whole month, for a student to actually be comfortable. If you wanted to be comfortable, you'll be looking at about maybe, let's just say you'll be looking at about 800 USD a month to
Okay.
be comfortable.
Okay. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper comparing
Yeah,
with
it is.
other countries. Yes, a
So
lot.
so when students do ask these questions, what we can do, we can provide them. We have a cost of living spreadsheet. We can send it to them, and we can break it all down for them. We
Okay.
can break it down our cost of living.
Okay. And of course, all the time it depends on the lifestyle you want
Exactly,
to
exactly.
to keep.
We have scholars on campus who actually survive off 900 US a month.
Hmm.
We have scholars on campus. We actually give them a stipend. They come under the Commonwealth scholarship, so they get a stipend of 900 US a month. So
Okay.
that's pretty much reasonable for students,
Yes, of course.
and that
Okay.
includes accommodation. Yeah.
Okay. And I have a final question,
Sure.
and this is related with something you mentioned in your presentation. Which are the vaccines that are usually required to enter Fiji and the islands, of course?
Yeah. Okay, so basically at this point, it's just the COVID vaccination
Oh,
that
okay.
they will be part of it. They have not meant the Fiji immigration has not mentioned any other vaccinations at this point, but for
Okay.
now, it's just COVID. It's
Okay.
just it's currently a requirement. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it's simple. It's the same as any other region or
Yes.
country, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have reached the end of the questions. Thank you so much, Lilian, for your really clear presentation. I would like you, before I say goodbye to everyone, I would like you to leave our participants a final message from the university. I don't know if you want to share something else or something you missed. This is your opportunity.
Thank you, Flo, and thank you for the opportunity. And just to finish off, I think what I would tell students, if you're really, really looking for something very different, USP is just would be an option for you. And of course, it's like I said, it's a whole different perspective. It's a whole different world on this side. I've also traveled to Europe, and it's very different for me. It's very cold, and I don't explain. When it's cold, I feel it's kind. I feel so gloom. I feel so sad. But if you're looking for something different, USP is definitely an option for you. So it's a whole different place. And also, if like what we tell students as well is that we tell students you gotta have a different perspective when you come into this side of the world as well. It's very communal. You're never alone, and it's not individualism is not common here. It is common, I should say, among our students, but not so much when it comes to communities. You always will be included, and that's basically what we strive for. And at the University of South Pacific, our job is to make you feel as much welcome as much as we can. And of course, and as your journey as you study along, we will be there through it all, and from the admissions phase even. And if you have any questions, even after this webinar, and if you have any other questions, if you have any questions, or if you have any other, and if you want to just meet up with us and over Zoom, please reach out, and I will send out our generic email address. Thank you, Flo.
Okay. No, thank you, Lilian, so much. Thank you to all the participants who joined us today. On behalf of the University of WeUni and the University of South Pacific, really thank you all for your time, and Lilian for sharing your knowledge about the university with us. I personally encourage all our participants to go through the website of USP, check all the information, because really it's everything over there. Also, there are amazing photos and videos you can check to see how life it is over Fiji and the islands of the South Pacific. As a final reminder, if you'd like to receive your certificate of attendance issued by WeUni, please make sure to fill out the form we have shared in the chat, and you will then receive your certificate directly in your email. Once again, thank you all for being with us, and I look forward to seeing you in the next events organized by WeUni. Have all a wonderful day.